right, good Saturday morning, South Mississippi. Meteorologist Taylor Graham here, joining you from the newsroom on what has really felt like a late spring, early summer morning. Not only has it been warm outside, but it's also been pretty humid. That's not going to change today, but overnight tonight and by tomorrow, winter makes a big comeback. So this spring-like weather will be coming to a screeching halt overnight tonight and into tomorrow. But as for today, we're looking at high temperatures close to 80 this afternoon. And we may see a few showers and thunderstorms later today. I'm really expecting that to be the time frame from about 3 o'clock this afternoon through about 6 or 7 o'clock this evening. Doesn't look like a big washout, but if you have any outdoor plans later today, you may want to keep tabs on the weather in case we do see a few of those showers and thunderstorms. I think everybody, though, is going to be feeling the warm, humid air. There is no doubt about that. So with us getting close to 80 today, we could be tying or even setting some new record highs along the coast. Record high for February 21st in Gulfport and Biloxi sits at 77. For Moss Point, Pascagoula, that sits at 80. So we've got a pretty good chance of either tying or breaking some record highs today. Yesterday, we hit a high of 80 in Gulfport at the airport. We also broke a record high. So seems like we are on track for doing that again today. And when you factor in the humidity, at times it may even feel a little bit warmer than the upper 70s and low 80s. You can definitely tell it feels a little muggy outside. We're at 74 in Gulfport at the airport. This is as of 9 o'clock this morning. Dew point of 70. This really reminds me of what we would get during the late part of spring, maybe even early summer. And with a lot of that moisture in the air, we've also had some patchy fog this morning. Looks like it is still a little bit foggy over the sound at this point. You can kind of tell it's got that hazy gray view in the distance. And a dense fog advisory remains in effect over marine areas until 10 o'clock this morning. But by tomorrow, we don't have a chance of fog. That's because we're going to see drier, cooler air move in from the north. And it is going to be quite a bit of a shock, I would say, to our system by tomorrow, just because it's been so warm the past several days. As of 9 o'clock, looks like across the board we have temperatures so far in the low to mid 70s, and it's only 9 o'clock. So I think we are well on our way to reaching the upper 70s and even some low to mid 80s a little bit farther inland later today. What's interesting is our average high for this time of the year is in the mid to upper 60s, and our low temperatures this morning were warmer than our normal highs for this time of the year. Kind of a little fun fact there. First alert radar right now, very quiet. There could be a few isolated showers this morning and early this afternoon, but we really have a much better chance of seeing some rain by the end of the afternoon and early this evening. Easy to tell where the cold front has set up based off of temperatures. The Pine Belt, Hattiesburg area, the Gulf Coast, very warm in the mid 70s. Jackson at 59, and we can see some of those upper 40s near Little Rock. That cooler air will be rushing in overnight tonight into Sunday morning. But as for the time being, it's very warm, it's humid, but we can see that cold front too, based off of what I'm looking at on satellite and radar. We've got some showers and storms right along and just ahead of that cold front. This front may also spark a few more showers and storms over South Mississippi this afternoon and into the evening. Really looks like, though, the better chance of seeing some rainfall today is going to remain to our east. And there is a low-end risk of severe weather today across parts of the Gulf Coast and the southeast. Even though part of South Mississippi is included in that, I'm more so expecting a greater chance of seeing any strong thunderstorms just to our east. We're not completely out of the woods. There is a small chance we could see a little hail or even some strong wind gusts within some of these thunderstorms if they materialize, but really looks like the majority of the rain today is going to be to our east. We'll watch things, how they pan out going into this afternoon. So let's play this out on Futurecast. Stop this at lunchtime. Upper 70s on the coast, low 80s farther inland. Factor in the higher humidity that may make it feel a little bit warmer. Could be a few isolated showers through lunchtime, but really looks like our better chance of rain will be as that cold front starts to approach us from the north. And I've stopped this at about 3 o'clock. You can see a broken line of showers and storms. Some of those will continue to move in throughout the early evening. And once we get past the sunset, shortly after the sunset, really looks like a lot of the rain moves out of the way. This is more so going to be about 7 to 8 o'clock this evening. By tomorrow morning, much cooler temperatures in the low to mid 40s. I wouldn't be shocked if a few inland areas were able to briefly dip down into the upper 30s tomorrow morning. It's also going to be pretty windy, so that's going to make it feel even colder. Tomorrow afternoon, beautiful, lots of sunshine. Not doing as much in terms of a warm up. We're going to stay in the mid to upper 50s tomorrow afternoon. Definitely feeling more like winter and more like February at that point. And then as we head into Monday morning, our temperatures drop down into the low to mid 30s. Some inland areas may be getting close to freezing at that point. So definitely winter makes a comeback over the next few days. So today a little breezy at times with winds out of the south and west, but once the cold front moves in overnight tonight, winds really begin to pick up out of the north and northwest. We could easily get some gusts near 30 miles per hour. And a heads up too that overnight tonight and into early Sunday morning, a gale warning will be in effect over the sound and offshore. Not a good night or early morning to take the boat out. And even if the wind relaxes a little bit more tomorrow, which seems a little unlikely at this point, we still have a small craft advisory that's going to be in effect. But overall, you can count on your Sunday to be pretty windy, and that's going to make it feel even cooler. Now, Sunday night into Monday, the wind does not go completely away just yet. Still going to be a little breezy, and we'll keep that breeze in place into Monday. It may be a little bit weaker compared to Sunday, but we still are looking at some gusts near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Monday, it's going to be another breezy day. By Tuesday, it doesn't look like it's going to be quite as windy. So tomorrow morning, even with temperatures in the low to mid 40s, wind chill likely going to be in the 30s. And even though we may not technically get a wind chill tomorrow afternoon, just based off of personal experience, anytime you have that strong of a breeze out of the north, it's going to make it feel cooler throughout the day. Then Sunday night into Monday, actual temperatures in the low to mid 30s. Could see the wind chill easily drop into the mid 20s. Hopefully you haven't put away your winter gear just yet. You're going to need your thick jackets, especially by Monday morning and Tuesday morning. So speaking of that, Tuesday morning, many of us are going to be below freezing to start off the day. We're not really expecting a pipe busting freeze, so that's some good news. But we're looking at the upper 20s and low 30s pretty much across all of South Mississippi by Tuesday morning. So people, pets, and plants certainly need to be protected. By Wednesday morning, not going to be quite as cold, temperatures in the 40s, and then as we head into the end of the week, we will be back into that mild or even warmer air. So high temperatures today, close to 80. They crash tomorrow. We're looking at highs only in the mid to upper 50s tomorrow. Same can be said on Monday and Tuesday, even just a smidge cooler. And then we quickly return into the 60s and 70s throughout the end of the week. So it seems like a little something for everybody this week. If you want the spring-like warmth, we've certainly got that in the picture today. Much cooler over the next 3 days or so, beginning on Sunday. And then things are looking above normal again as we get into the end of the week. And even into this upcoming weekend, things may be a little bit warmer as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But we are definitely on the temperature roller coaster over the next 24 hours. Again, Sunday night into Monday, close to freezing. We do expect temperatures below freezing Monday night into Tuesday. And then we will recover pretty easily into the 60s and 70s this upcoming week. Could see a few more showers by the end of the week, but overall, not really expecting a ton of rain over the next 7 days, which I know we could use some more of that around here. Our best chance of rain today is going to be late this afternoon and into the evening, but even then, it's not necessarily a guarantee that everyone is going to be seeing that. Time now is 9:14, and we will be having our newscast coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. I will be back here in studio to give you another update on your forecast and the big cool down on the way overnight tonight into Sunday. So hopefully you can join us later this evening on WLOX for another look at your forecast, plus all the latest news and sports going on here in South Mississippi.